Lisa and I'm currently working as an apprentice within Housing and Neighbourhood. I've worked within the organisation now for coming up to a year, and since working within the organisation it's really helped me understand that we are a lot more than just a business. I've had the pleasure of witnessing many of my colleagues go out and do so many charity days, and it's really emphasised to me that we do go above and beyond for everyone involved within the organisation. Just recently I myself got involved in a fun day over at Nook. I found the experience very rewarding. For me personally, I've moved from department to department and there's never been that kind of personal touch and understanding the people that I'm dealing with. But since going to the fun day, I saw so many faces that were familiar to me that I walk past every single day, and it just helped me understand that, you know, the people that we do deal with, the real people, they do experience real issues, but we're making a real difference in their life. I think getting involved in the charity days is something that everyone should aspire to do. For me, it's just given me that kick, that boost of wanting to do a lot more. I'm looking forward to participating in more charity days myself. So if anyone did want to get involved in something such as this, I would definitely recommend it.
My name's Hannah Bonsall. I've been with the company for 6 years and I'm now an income officer in the income collection team. I started my charity work whilst in the income collection team around 2 to 3 years ago. We were sat one day looking at things for Lent and people were talking about what they wanted to give up, but I decided to change it into something that we could give as opposed to give up. So we had a look around the research and we found the 40 bags in 40 days challenge, which was to collect a bag of charity from your home and then deliver it to the local charity shops. I wanted to go bigger than that, so I decided to put it out to the company that we would get as much charity work as charity bags as we could. Can we just stop that? So as the days went by, we started to get charity bags coming to my desk. At one point we had one stiletto, never found the other. So I started to take it home, and eventually my entire back room was overrun with donations stemming from plates to foods. A big change for me in how I felt about charity days stemmed from one of those visits. I went to see a very vulnerable gentleman. As a welcome present to him, I took round a food hamper. And as I gave it to him, I will never ever forget this for as long as I live, he opened up the pack and he said to me, "Oh wow, jam." And it was like he'd never seen it before, and it was the most grateful I've ever seen anybody. He was so proud that he had to show the housing officer the next day that he'd got food in his cupboards. To make a difference to somebody over a tub of jam, imagine what you could do on a larger scale.
My name's Tom. I'm part of the Time2give task group. Before I talk about that, I'd like to tell you a little bit about my background. I did 28 years in the British Army. When I retired from the British Army, I looked for another job. The job that I was looking for had to be challenging, had to meet my values. I had to feel that I was making a conscious contribution to that job. Looking through the job adverts, I seen a job for EMH, for the Health and Safety Officer. Doing some background on EMH, I realised that EMH was founded to provide housing for service personnel after the Second World War. This really appealed to me. I was interviewed by Colin Allen, Head of Health and Safety. Colin Allen really sold EMH to me. She talked about the vision, our aims, our values, how good it was to work there, how she felt for working there. Also, she told me about 2 charity days. The 2 charity days that you were allowed to use any time of the year. You were allowed to use these 2 charity days to assist an organisation or recognised charity, either by fundraising or just giving your time. Being successful in the interview, I started work in May 2019. Within a week, I was attached to the Time2give task group. This Time2give task group was amazing for me as a new starter. It allowed me to network, it allowed me to communicate with other people within the business and also outside the business. It made me feel part of the charity, about the Time to Give, what they were trying to achieve, and part of the aims and values of the company. Taking on from there, the health and safety team has decided to use one of the charity days. One of the charity days that we're going to use as part of the Time to Give campaign is to assist care and support with providing a new refurbishment of one of the gardens at Meadowview Nursing Home. The plan is we're going to build some raised flower beds, put some trellises up, plant some flowers, plant some herbs. This is going to assist the service users to make more use of their senses, a sense of sight, a sense of smell, their hearing. We're going to get some wind chimes. And in the afternoon, we're going to have a workshop on gardening. So they would then be able to sustain the garden, to maintain the garden, to grow the herbs, to harvest them, to eat them, thus promoting a healthy living. One of the other things that have came out the Time to Give campaign is for me to meet BLESMA, which is the British Limbless Service Personnel Association. Again, close to my heart, being with the service background, and the plan is for me to use one of my charity days to run the London Marathon in 2020 in aid of BLESMA. Again, this is going to take me full circle from joining the army, to leaving the army, to joining a company who was founded to assist service personnel, to actually working for EMH, assisting the service personnel in whatever they choose to do. Me promoting esprit de corps, my values of the army, promoting the company in the best possible way.